friendship, my social life, everything pile up, and then I can't hardly hear him anymore. And then you get here on Sunday and you're convicted about it. I used to be a big complainer, like, oh my gosh, this preacher, it's about to be a hostage situation. This guy's not letting us go. I used to be one of those like people, Doug. And I used to be, and then, when Doug was talking to me, and he was like, but how much time do you spend with God? And then he brings the numbers in, and he breaks down the hours you have in the day and the hours you have in the week, and how much of those hours we actually spend in our Bible, in prayer, in church. I need to be here to 7-hour preaching sermon. I need to be here a lot longer than I do. It made me feel bad, convicted me, and I can sit there and say, well, I got to work to feed my family, and I got to do this, and I got to be a good person, but I got to get to heaven, and I got to be a Christian. That's more important than my job. I mean, I hope God doesn't ask me to choose between my job right now and serving Him, because I'm going to have to choose serving Him. Sorry. I love my job, but I have to choose Him. And you're like, well, you're saying that now, but wait till the situation comes. Well, if it ever happens, I'm going to ask God to pray for me to help me make that decision. But who is God to me? God to me is intimate. He is my Savior. He's the one that sacrificed Himself for me. He's the one that took my spot and died for me. And when I think about, I can't even put into words what God is to me, because wanting you to be here all day long. And it's just an overwhelming sensation and a feeling. And I'm sure if I asked you guys here too, it would take you guys a little bit of time to try to sum up to me who God is to you. He's too much to put into words for me. He's the reason I breathe. He's the reason that I sing. He's the reason that I walk. But I will tell you guys, having a relationship with Him seems like the easiest thing in the world. But when you're trying to juggle everything and wear so many hats, sometimes it falls to the back burner. And I don't know about you guys, have you ever let your relationship with Jesus fall to the side because you're being a good church member? I've caught myself doing that so many times, being a good church member, doing what I'm supposed to, and then I've let my relationship with Him fall to the side and fall through the cracks. And then that's when you just got to stop dead in your tracks and go, God, why am I doing all this? Why do I sing? Why do I help take care of the kids and teach the kids? Why do I shake these church people's hands? Why do I pray for them? And it gets, I'm telling you, it wakes me up. And I know that this is probably a weird message because I'm not fancy with my words, and I'm not the smartest one here. But I love the Lord, and I'll be quick to tell you that I mess up. Probably more than anybody in here. And I've never want you guys to walk the same path I walked. And I know that my relationship with the Lord is my most important thing, even when I don't see it sometimes. So if you've gotten anything out of this whole devotional, it's just this week, whatever you're doing, on your lunch break, on the way to work, I really want you to think about, God, who are you to me? Wake up in the morning and say, God, who are you to me? What are you going to be for me today? Are you going to be just the person I talk to on my lunch break before I pray over my sandwich? Or are you going to be just the person I talk to real quick and fall asleep on at night? You know, I urge you all today that if you feel like that you're like me and your relationship with the Lord kind of got on the back burner, I urge you guys to get back right. Get back with the Lord. Spend some time with Him. And I have been to the place to where I feel like I've got so far away from Him. I'm like, Lord, how do you get back that time? Like, how do you get back to where you were? Has anyone besides me ever here said, Lord, why can't I be like I used to be when I was first saved and I was so on fire for you? And I would talk to a tree and a rock about the Lord. Everybody around me, if they got around me, they know they're going to hear some Jesus. They didn't want to be my friend on Facebook. People that asked me to be my friend on Facebook, I was like, you better get ready for the Jesus post. Like, have you ever been, like, I'm talking about that, say, where everything you would do and breathe is Jesus Christ. And I'm thinking, I'm like, Lord, where's that desire? Where's that first love? And so this week I ask you guys to seek God for your first love. Fall in love with Him all over again. But that requires a relationship with Him. Communication. When you met your wife or your best friend, you didn't fall in love with them by seeing them and talking to them a few minutes at nighttime before you went to bed. That's not how you found that's not, well, if you treat your wife or husband that way, I don't know how you're still married. But you didn't meet the love of your life. You didn't meet your best friend by talking to them for a few minutes at the end of the day and then falling asleep on them. And then not even listening to hear what they got to say to you. You're like, here's all this information? Amen. Having a relationship with God's a two-way street. You got to learn to listen and you got to learn to talk. But I hope you guys got something out of this. I know it's a little bit different. Thank you guys for listening to me.